Hello and welcome to episode 53 of the video show. Today we're joined by Jamie Stone from Better Fitness Business.
That's right, yeah.
Cool.
This is the video show. Get your questions answered by using the hashtag #TheVideoShow.
Okay, so Jamie, tell me a little bit about what you do.
So my company runs Facebook ad campaigns primarily for gyms and health clubs and fitness businesses, all based in the UK. So all local businesses who are looking to generate more leads and ultimately convert them into new paying members.
Cool. So basically, what we're going to talk about on this episode is all about Facebook and how you can use Facebook video on Facebook so you can get the most from it. So what would you say to someone who's going to post their video on Facebook? They're not going to run any ads behind it or anything. They're just going to post their video to Facebook. What would you say they need to do when they post it?
So, I mean, one of the most important things I would say is to understand that people are busy and they're scrolling through their news feed, and your video needs to grab their attention if you want to take time. So it's kind of like having a headline or that you might do on a blog post or something. It needs to grab their attention straight away. So making sure that it's going to be something that stands out and encourages them to want to spend time doing it. Now remember that as they're scrolling through the news feed, it's completely quiet, there's no sound, so you can't rely on having great music or your voiceover or anything like that to grab their attention. It has to be done visually in those first 5 or 6 seconds.
Do you think because it's Facebook, because they're on their mobile, because they're probably watching it when they're trying to avoid doing work, should the video, in terms of what it is, should it just be something quite fun, or should it have like a meaningful business message behind it as well?
I think it depends on who it is that's going to see your video. So make the content of it relevant to like that interaction. So if it's people who kind of have a relationship, they know who you are, maybe they're prospects of yours already or clients of yours already, then maybe you can go into kind of more detailed stuff because they know who you are and they want to listen to what you're saying. Whereas if it's something that you're running to perhaps a colder audience who don't know who you are, I think it's important that you build that relationship with them early on. But remember as well, Facebook is social media. It's where people are spending time. It is by definition more kind of informal than other business communications. So it's okay if your video doesn't look completely professional. In fact, in some cases, you can kind of overproduce a video for Facebook, and it kind of stands out as something that's not on there. And some of the most successful videos are like the ones where people are just being genuine and they're just being themselves and they're getting their personality across, and that can come across really, really powerful. It's one of the things we say with the gyms that we work with all the time. One of the first things that we get them to change is to kind of use their staff's names rather than just trying to be a bit too corporate. For instance, on email campaigns, we'd much rather have the name of the person that's sending it to them, so they get to know who the local manager is of their gym. That's important. It gives you
the team at so and so.
Absolutely, it just gives you a more human side, and you want to do business with people at the end of the day, not with massive corporation.
That's true, actually, because people want to connect to you on a person-to-person level, and probably the best place to do that is on Facebook. Compared to like LinkedIn, it's a slightly different tone than it would be on Facebook.
Absolutely, and particularly through video on Facebook, it's you can get, it's like meeting that person, like you get to know about them, and I think it's important that you have a strong business message. But you should also, sprinkle in some of your personal life as well, like what you're interested in, or you don't have to go on about it. But if you like playing golf, you can mention that you just finished a round of golf or something, and that person then knows a little bit more about you. It's like building a relationship with them through video.
So the people that are watching this, if they could do one thing in their next video they're going to put on Facebook, what would you say they should do?
I would say that they need to make the video interesting from the beginning, so it grabs their attention. And I say if you're going to do one thing, I would do a video where you're speaking directly to the camera, where you grab their attention and put your personality into it. Kind of offer your, if it's for your prospects, offer them something, some knowledge or some information that gets them one tiny step closer to whatever their goal is. You know, what is the thing they want to achieve? What is the thing that your business helps them with? And then, if I was sat down with you now, what could you tell me that would help me get that little step closer towards my goal? And if you can put that across in a video and make it in a way that's interesting and kind of
a bit more
laid back and just real, really.
And just finally, at the end of the video, they've got to have a call to action on Facebook. If they're not really running any ads behind it, it's just they put it on Facebook. Is there like a call to action they should have? So should they just be asking for likes or shares, or should they be saying, "Hey, click through to my website"?
I would get them to your website because first of all, if you set up your tracking pixels correctly on Facebook, then when they land on your website, you can create an audience of them so that you could then run other ads that show to people that have visited your website. But obviously, as well, like I would always try and move people towards gathering email addresses as well, because at the end of the day, once you have the opportunity to email them, or perhaps if you're using, say, SMS marketing, or you're doing follow-up calls to get their mobile number as well, then you control those communications going forward. And you can't do that really unless you're taking them away from Facebook and onto your page. I mean, Facebook's aware of this, and they're changing more and more things all the time to try and keep people within Facebook more. So you've now got an ad type called lead ads, where they actually let you capture the data within Facebook, and they're creating things like there's something called Canvas, which is almost like a mini website. So when someone clicks on your ads, it opens up a mini version of your website within Facebook itself. But at the end of the day, you want to kind of get their data capture so that you can continue that conversation.
But Facebook really just they want to help you get the most out of your ads, and they want to help people that are on Facebook. Like, they don't want to intrude too much in terms of advertising. They want everyone to love being on Facebook.
Yeah, they want it to be like the most relevant possible experience, which is good for everybody, because Facebook obviously doesn't want its users getting annoyed.
The ads can't be intrusive because people will leave Facebook.
Absolutely, but at the end of the day as well, like as an advertiser, you don't really want to put your ads or your videos in front of people that they aren't of interest to. You want it to be seen by the people that it's most relevant to, because they're the ones that are most likely to continue that journey with you, and who knows, ultimately become a customer of yours.
Cool. Okay. What's the best way for people to keep in touch with you?
The best way, if you head over to my website, which is betterfitnessbusiness.com, we've got a blog on there as well, where you've got plenty of information about Facebook. You've got my email address on there, so if you've got any questions at all, I think you said through the Facebook group we might set something up so people can message me directly. And any questions you've got or anything you're unsure about with regards to Facebook ads, fire me over a message and I'll be more than happy to help you.
Cool. So that's it for episode 53 of the video show. Don't forget to talk to Jamie. Go to his website. I'll put a link. Go to his website. And next time we'll be answering questions again. So if you want to ask us a question, leave a comment below or tweet us using the hashtag the video show. Cool. Nice. Thanks for that.
Is that once a week you do that?
Yeah.